Right, we're here again, Alex. Week 2, or the start of. How was last week?
Well, I suppose life-changing is probably the best way to describe it. Things, I suppose, in my psyche have changed now. Before, when I gave up or tried to give up last October, the thoughts that come with me now when I think, the odd fleeting thought about having a cigarette, are managed so much more effective now. I kind of quash them quickly, and a lot of the time when I think about actually physically having a cigarette, it gives me this kind of thought of a really awful taste in my mouth, and that I want to get rid of it. On a bad day, if I've had more than usual, I've kind of more thought about the family and the main reasons why I'm going on this journey, really. And
so no temptation, or just a little bit, but you quashed it. Yeah,
and that's it. And I can only actually put that down to the work that I've done with Chris, and what we went through, really.
On that note, does Chris follow up with you and keep in contact this week to see how you're doing?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he's been in touch sort of every sort of other day, just to see how things are going. And we have actually booked up a return meeting for Monday of next week, which probably be about an hour, and we're just going to chat through a few things of how how it's going, really. And he's just making sure that I'm still in that positive frame of mind.
That's good. So it's not just a session, then he sort of forgets about you. He's there to help.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's carried on, and I'm looking forward to meeting him again, actually. Just because he's done such a positive thing for my life already, so I'm grateful for that, and to him.
And have you thought about what you're going to do with all the money you're saving?
Well, that's it. Yeah, I mean, it's a great thing to have a bit more money to spend on other things. Things like putting it into a fund for my little boy, that sort of thing. In fact, Chris actually suggested setting up an account for my little boy, and putting in the money that effectively would have gone on cigarettes for him. I'm making the steps to do that now. So, okay. Yeah.
Well, looks like week 1 was good. On to week 2 now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think to bring it back to when I tried giving up last time, obviously I had the help of things like we tried the tablets, we tried using vape, and it was completely different back then, because I was still kind of relying on what I felt was that I need to get nicotine back in my system. When it wasn't, what Chris made me realise is that actually what I've got is a habit. It's something, as a smoker, if something is missing, Chris made this a realisation to me that non-smokers as a general, they don't have something missing, so they don't feel the need to go out and replace. And all I'm doing as a smoker is feeling that there's something's missing. I'm having a cigarette, I'm feeling better momentarily, and then that cycle is just repeated again and again and again. And that's how a habit is formed. But now it's broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so happy about it.
So it sounds as though hypnotherapy is the way to go.
I couldn't recommend it enough. Like I said, I was a little bit sceptical. I think naturally most people would be, but it's one of those things, until you've actually educated yourself a little bit how it is, and spoken perhaps maybe to a hypnotherapist, then I suppose you don't really know how it's going to be. But now that I've been through that journey, all I can say is that I'd never look back. It's amazing.
All right. Well, good luck next week, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right. Cheers.